I'm Mary, and it's October, and I'm here at an iconic family farm, the McGrath family farm, and I'm here with Mary McGrath. She is my grower spotlight in October, and everyone thinks of October as being pumpkin month, whether you're young or older.
That's true.
And there's thousands of pumpkins. I wish you could see the whole properties. There's thousands of pumpkins around us, and it's a beautiful day. And Mary, tell us a little bit about what people can expect if they come to Great Pacific Pumpkin in the month of October.
I will. Well, first of all, it's free to come. We open at 9 and we close at 6 every day, so we're open 31 days. We have a variety of pumpkins and another variety of squash. Mm-hmm. And I'm really proud of all the squash that we grow because it lasts forever. You know, you can buy it now and eat it in December, eat it in January, February. The winter squash is the type of thing that, like the Calistoga wagons would have had in the back. Mm-hmm. You know, those people going to Oregon from Missouri. They're just wonderful. Mm-hmm. You know, to me, they're all about winter. The colors are deep and
they're gorgeous. And you were just commenting on the color of this pumpkin. So tell us a little bit about the different varieties of pumpkins and the different varieties of squash that people could find if they come here this month.
Well, we have great big pumpkins called prize winners. And we even have a raffle for $1. We'll draw 3 times, and mm-hmm. If you win, you get to pick out the biggest pumpkin of your choice. Mm-hmm. And then we have all the way down to the little Wee Bee Littles and Jack Be Little pumpkins. And those are just like the little tiny ones that you'd find on your desk. I don't think we have one sitting right here.
Mm-hmm. So smaller than this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, little, like this big. And everything in between. We do have about 8 different varieties of pumpkins. Mm-hmm. Of course, we have the sugars. A lot of people believe that those are the perfect pumpkin pie sugar pumpkin. Mm-hmm. I have a different idea. I mean, I think a lot of our squash make great pies. And let's see, how many
Do you cook
varieties?
As well? Are you a great cook?
I'm a cook. I'm not a great cook, but I try to cook what I sell. I try to cook a squash.
That's important.
Well, it is. I mean...
how do you know if you even like it unless you cook it and eat it?
That's right. That's right.
And so what are some of the events that are happening? Because right now we are sitting in a beautiful hay bale amphitheater. Now what happens here?
Well, this is like my home away from the office. We host schools from all over the county come here. And we charge $4 per child. And I do a harvest talk. It's about a 20-minute talk. I talk about the varieties and how you grow pumpkins. Are they grown on top or are they grown underneath? And if it's the little children, it's a lot about contrast. Is this hard or soft? Is this round or what's the shape? Is it mm-hmm. heavy, light? So I kind of direct the speech to the child age. You know,
and how long does it last? How long is your talk?
Well, that's about 20 minutes. And then we have a tractor ride. So we load the children up on there and they go around the patch and then down to the barnyard where hopefully we'll take a walk down that way.
Okay, absolutely.
We have a barn we're very proud of. It was built in 1906. And mm-hmm. we have some animals down there that the kids like to see. And then they come back
What kind
up
of
here.
animals?
Oh, all kinds. We have a cow and some donkeys and mules and a horse.
Nice.
Actually, a few horses. And then we have some animals at the back of our stand. So if you're coming to the patch, you might want to check out the animals. And then when the kids come back here, they each get to pick a small pumpkin, a little smaller than this one. But everyone leaves with a pumpkin, and the teachers take home a head-sized pumpkin for their classroom. Mm-hmm. So they could do some like little experiments or count seeds or whatever.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so this, how many kids will you see in the month of October?
Well, last year I probably saw about 3,500.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. So tell us a little bit about McGrath Family Farm, a little bit about the history. I know there's a lot of history, so the highlights.
All right, highlights. Well, my great-grandfather came here in the early 1870s. And he was a sheep farmer up in Little Dublin near Pleasanton in Northern California. He made a trip down here. He heard the land was going to be for sale or was for sale. And he apparently he saw mustard as high as his waist. So that tells me he must have come in the spring, and it was probably a heavy rain.
which we
it
need.
was looking, yeah, very fertile. Anyway, he decided to purchase property. He bought property in Port Hueneme, and that came all the way to the Montalvo Ranch, which is where we're sitting, and then some of it onto the Oxnard Plain. And he amassed over 5,000 acres.
Wow. So he just kept adding and adding?
He did. Yeah, we had 2 dairies and, of course, cattle with that. And there were walnut trees. There were sugar beets, lima beans. Really what was grown has changed. Like farming has to change. It has to accommodate a market. And if the weather changes, you have to figure that out.
So now between Phil, who is your cousin, Phil McGrath, and you and Martin, how many acres of land do you farm now?
And my brother Jim is a partner in Great Pacific Pumpkins. There are 3 of us, Jim,
Okay.
Martin, and myself. We grew 50 acres of pumpkins.
Okay,
this
50.
year.
Wow. And how many pounds of pumpkins were that? Do you have any idea?
I don't.
I love big numbers, so I love it, and so do my viewers. They like numbers.
Well,
and then Phil has how many acres?
I think he's growing on 30 acres.
30. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so they've been selling the land over the years, and
Well, they own more land, but that's what he sells. I mean, he grows on
30.
Yes, but they have other property
Okay.
that they farm on.
Okay.
Yeah, they lease out property just like we lease some of our property out.
Nice. And what are some of the other things that you do here during the year? Do you ever have any farm-to-table dinners? I came to a farm-to-table dinner a few years back here, and it was during this time of year, and it was one of the most beautiful, gorgeous dinners that I've ever been to. Do you do anything like that throughout the year?
I don't have anything planned for this year. We did one a couple of years ago for dinner it's the totally local VC.
Right.
And that was pretty nice. It was great. We started with wine and beer tasting in the yard, which kind of profiled or highlighted the house, which is built in 1908 by A.C. Martin, the same architect that built the courthouse on Poli. And then we put people in on the hayride and brought them up here. And then we had the table set up here. One long, the family style long table. It was decorated beautifully. It was a delicious dinner.
Wonderful.
So we've just had those 2.
Okay. And in closing, before you give me a grand tour of your beautiful property, it's so gorgeous here right now. Pumpkins are everywhere. What do you see, what do you hope happens to the farming community in Ventura County over the next 20 years? Say, what would you like to see? What are your hopes?
Wow. Well, I would like to see farmers have a say on the property that they own and that they farm on. I would like it to be a friendly business, so we're not fighting for everything. Sometimes I feel it's a battle sometimes.
And that's a reoccurring subject when I talk to all farmers. It's not just you, Mary. Every single time I talk to a farmer, they feel like they're battling it out each and every day between taxes and water prices and regulations, and it's a shame. Your family, multi-generational families, have turned this land into agriculture, yet it's almost like you're being punished for feeding the world.
Well, it's we feel very blessed to be farming on property that my great-grandfather owned. I mean, how lucky is that?
Very.
Yeah, very lucky. And I'm glad that we can farm and I hope that we can still continue to farm. But like you said, there are some issues, but
Yeah.
you just keep going.
Well, good luck with that. And then the last question is, Farm Day is this Saturday, October 12th. It's the first farm day that I know of in Ventura County, and we have 9 different farms that are having open houses, which includes this farm, Great Pacific Pumpkin. And why did you want to be part of Farm Day?
Well, I love people to come out here, and so many people drive by, and they don't know that this is here. I don't know what they're doing when they drive by and don't see what's going on. But besides the pumpkin patch, it's a beautiful piece of property. But I'd like everyone to see the pumpkins. Sure.
So you want the public to visit a local farm?
I do.
To meet the farmer, to interact with the farmer, to
I
see
think-
what's in their own backyard.
I think the same farmers will say that are also hosting. Yeah.
And we hope that it moves from 9 farms this year to 20 or 30 next year. So we hope to see Farm Day grow. Well, thank you, Mary. Are you going to give me
I want to show you. Let's take a walk.
Yes, let's go. Gosh, what a great day.
It is.
It's beautiful.
I know. Did you feel the clouds come over?
I did, and it felt wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
It felt really good. So what are these the sugar pumpkins?
No. The sugars are way over there. They're the
Okay.
little ones.
Oh,
Can we go over this way?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have this area that we've never done this before, but we started a little too late. But we're growing pumpkins right in there so the kids can see.
Oh, I see. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So they actually get to see the vines.
Okay. Right. This is the first time we've done this. We planted pumpkin seeds right here so the kids can actually see how the pumpkins are grown.
Can we go in?
Yeah. I don't have any pumpkins yet.
So when did you plant these?
Too late. Too late.
But this must be wonderful for the kids to see.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes?
And I do have the vine that I take and show each of the children so they can see the little baby pumpkin with the little flower. And it's amazing. I mean, we're looking at a pumpkin as big as my fingernail.
Right.
And I show them, I get some that are bigger, still attached to the vine.
Well, that's what I teach the kids at Limonera Ranch. We take them on a journey of a lemon from the blossom to their table. And so I show them the blossom and they're fascinated, and then they see the little tiny green lemon and how it goes from that to be a harvested, ripe, ready to be harvested lemon after 9 months.
Assuming the wind doesn't come. And
assuming, and everything, all the conditions are perfect and everything. But so how long does it take to go from blossom to ready pumpkin? 120 days or 150 days?
Like 120, 110, 120, right in there.
Great, perfect.
It depends on the variety. We start planting, and then we're continually planting weekly so that everything arrives about the same time. It's staggered. And it's a very, very important part. I mean, it's the most important part of what we do is the planting.
Right.
Getting that right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the kids must love this. So now are you going to show us your animals?
Well, we'll walk over there.
Okay, let's go.
So, I don't fall.
So these are the animals here.
These are the little sugar pumpkins. The
Oh,
little
okay.
ones you get.
I think I'm going to be going home with a lot of pumpkins today. So why are these called Cinderella pumpkins?
Because the fairy godmother took her magic wand, pointed it down, and said, "Bibbidi bobbidi boo."
I love it. Mary, there are thousands of pumpkins behind us. Do you ever have any left over? And if you do, what do you do with them?
Well, of course, we do have some left over. We hope to sell them all, but we have a relationship with the Santa Barbara Zoo. And they come down and we'll help them load up their truck. And all the animals in the zoo eat pumpkins.
All the animals?
Yes, from the giraffe to the lions to
Gorillas?
Yeah, they all do. I have a picture that I show the children that was taken at the zoo, all eating pumpkins.
Well, I want to see that picture. So that's wonderful. So nothing goes to waste.
No, we also will call cattle ranchers, and if they would like some for cattle ranching.
Wonderful.
For their cows.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Mary, for hosting us today.
You're
First
welcome.
of all, hosting kids. Agricultural education is so important, whether you're a child or an adult. People need to know what the great job that our farmers are doing for us every single day. And if they want to find out more about Great Pacific Pumpkins, do you have a website?
We do have a website. It's www.greatpacificpumpkins.com.
And you can find out about all the activities and the programs that they have. And we will see you next month in November. Thank you.